got some rather unfortunate news for Duke fans. So Duke Blue Devils men's basketball team is officially ended. Like the season has ended because of a COVID test, a positive COVID test. So because of this positive COVID test, Duke season is done. They were in the ACC tournament. They were actually doing pretty decent in it. I think they won their first two games in that tournament. They were supposed to play Florida State. They got a positive COVID test. They canceled the game. With that being said, Duke's season is canceled because with an ACC tournament championship, they would have made it to March Madness. But because they canceled the game, there's no hope of March Madness for Duke basketball team. Which let me remind you, Nate, this has been the first time Duke has not been in March Madness in 24 years.
Crazy.
So, I mean, yeah. So there was a positive COVID test. The Duke athletic director Kevin White, he said in a statement that the cancellation will end our 2020 season, 2020-2021 season, excuse me, snapping obviously a 24-year streak. Like I said, he said, and I quote, "Oh no, this is Mike. This is Coach K. Coach K said, and I quote, I feel deeply for our players who have done a terrific job all season taking care of each other and the team. I am I am extremely proud of their collective attitudes and efforts, which could not have been stronger. We are disappointed we cannot keep fighting together as a group after two outstanding days in Greensboro. This season was a challenge for every team across the country, and as we have seen over and over, this global pandemic is very cruel and is not yet over. As many safeguards as we implemented, no one is immune to this terrible virus. So yeah, like I said, Florida State will be advancing to the ACC, I believe, semifinals against the UNC Tar Heels, which is very unfortunate, Nate, because I wanted Duke to beat Florida State so I could see Duke versus UNC. We're not gonna see it.
Hopes got
They
crushed.
Duke beat Louisville 70-56. And Louisville's actually a pretty good team, and they beat them that bad. So it looked like Duke was really starting to turn things around. Let me start off first, Dave. First of all, whoever had the COVID test on like Duke's men's basketball team, I wish him the best of luck. I hope he has a speedy recovery. Let me be honest with you, Nate. Okay, I don't know. After one game, you're gonna cancel the whole season after only one test. Like it seems a little far fetched because we see it in the NBA. A lot of guys test positive, but they don't cancel their season on them. And I understand you really can't hold it back. Like I understand college is a little more maybe clustered, but you can't really hold that. You can't really like how you gonna cancel their season like that? It doesn't make any sense to me. So like that one is kind of odd. But I understand. I understand why they did it. Obviously, because of the COVID test and because it's so clustered, obviously they weren't going to be able to like reschedule the game. But I mean, like at least get the team tested. At least get the team tested, see who's positive, see who's negative, and if you got a bunch of negative tests, then maybe then work it out accordingly with that. It might have been difficult for Duke, but I think it's better than ending their season. You know, especially when they were making a run. And I'm not a Duke fan by no means. I am a UNC Tar Heel fan for life. I got a Michael Jordan T-shirt from his UNC days. I got a Michael Jordan jersey from his UNC days. I'm a UNC Tar Heel fan when it comes to basketball wise. So honestly, man, I would have loved to see UNC versus Duke again because that's just my favorite. That's one of my favorite rivalries in sports. It's probably the second favorite behind no, actually third. It's probably my third favorite behind Vikings and Packers and Yankees and Red Sox. Probably my third favorite personally. But with that being said, I wish Duke the best of luck. Not too much luck next year because you got to play my UNC Tar Heels, and I don't want you people winning. So
Eh,
with that being said, I wish Duke. Besides all that, all jokes aside, I wish Duke the best of luck. I'm sorry that their season had to end this way. It's very unfortunate. Um, and yeah, I mean it's on to the next season for them, but it's very disappointing for them.
Yeah, it is. I'll take off from there. Good luck to the person who tested positive, and just good luck to the Duke organization. Yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree. I mean, you see players get tested positive all the time in all sports, not just basketball. But they used a motto called "The show must go on." And I mean, they took a different approach with it, which obviously we can't judge them on it because that's not our decision to make. That's their decision, and their decision was to end the season. And as a result, on to training and preparing for next season. Um, yeah, man, it's definitely odd because usually when something like this happens, and I understand why they did it. But usually when something like this happens, they usually test the entire team to make sure that nobody was in close contact. Um, and if nobody was in close contact or they aren't sick, they just play the next game without the player that tested positive or the coach or whoever it was. So it's definitely odd to see something like this. But with that being said, again, it's not our decision to make; it's theirs, and they ultimately decide to end the season. I do feel bad for the players and coaches. Obviously COVID's taking a toll on the world, and it just continues to do so for as long as Mother Nature will continue to do her thing. But with that being said, I do wish Duke the best of luck moving forward. I do apologize that this had to happen to them. And yeah, just good luck to them for next season.